Welcome, Scott Slasher World. I got a real quick video for you this week. I'm going to be showing off 3 or 4 items that people got me recently, and then at the end I'm going to show off a few vinyl and a few VHS that are in my collection. First up is this awesome Nightmare on Elm Street beanie that my friend Dalton picked up. Dalton got this for me for Christmas. He is also a co-worker, and you can also check out his channel. He has his own YouTube channel, Dalton Paul Videos, and I will put a link to his channel in the description. Next up is another Christmas present, and this is from Kirsten and John Price. This is an awesome blanket that has all kinds of the horror icons on it. As you can see Michael and Pennywise and Freddy and Captain Spaulding and Elvira and Chucky, and I mean on and on and on. You get the Crow, Scream Face, Pinhead. I mean, just look at it and you can name at least 20 more. I mean, this is a really cool blanket. Thank you guys. I love these blankets. Next up is this huge Evil Dead remake poster that my friend Lindsay got for me. She's filmed this at a Goodwill. It has a little wear, a little tear at the very bottom, but man, this poster is huge. Take a look at this. This is bigger than, like, when I worked at Superstar Video, we'd have the big posters. They would probably run about right here, if you can see that. But this poster runs almost twice the size of a normal poster and is huge. I mean, look at this huge poster. And it's almost perfect timing because the new Evil Dead movie will be coming out very soon. And the last thing I'll be showing off in front of the camera this week is Dream a Little Dream on Blu-ray. This is the Vestron release. I picked this up at on Amazon for pretty cheap. I think it was like $11. Comes with a digital copy and a DVD copy as well as the Blu-ray. I love this film. Love anything Corey Haim and Corey Feldman too. In the 80s and 90s, anything those two did were great. Corey Haim, one of my favorite 80s actors. So cool to pick up this Blu-ray for the collection. That's all for this week. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a video. I've got some pretty cool stuff coming up for you next week, and as always, stay tuned to the end of the video because I've got a few vinyl and a few VHS to show you. All right, I'm going to show off a few vinyl and a few VHS. So first up, it's Phil Collins' No Jacket Required. Amazing album, one of my probably my favorite album from him, at least an album-wise. Maybe not doesn't have my favorite song, but definitely probably my favorite album. Sussudio, One More Night, Take Me Home, Don't Lose My Number, a bunch of classics. The title comes from when he got kicked out of a nightclub because he didn't have a jacket on. Pretty crazy. They would have kicked Phil Collins out of a nightclub back in the day. So that's where the title, No Jacket Required. Classic album. I've seen Phil in concert. It was awesome. Next up is Rick James, Bustin' Out of L7. Very cool cover. And the song that I like is Bustin' Out. That's the one song that I knew when I bought the album. I got this at Welcome Back Collectibles for a very cheap $7. Very cool. Rick James album. The last album this week I'm going to show off is Star Trek III, Search for Spock. Look at that. That is some really cool. I'm going to do a little focusing here, get this a little bit better. And this is a 2 vinyl set. Look at that, opens up like that, looks super sexy. And so it has 2 different vinyls, very cool. And a good segue because the first VHS I'm going to show off is actually a series I have. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the Star Trek saga. I'm going to do a little focus here. There we go. And it makes a pattern. These all come out, of course, and it makes a cool pattern. It has the posters on the fronts, as you can see by that right there. And Search for Spock. That's what that one looks like in there. Tell me, what's your favorite? What is your favorite Star Trek movie? Put that one in there wrong. If I had to pick one, I'd probably say 3 or 4. I really like 3 and 4. 2 is really good, but I'm a big fan of 3 and 4. The next 3 VHS I'll be showing off are TV shows. TV shows put to VHS. The very first is Monsters. I love Monsters. This is one of my favorite shows from the 80s. This one comes with The Fever Man and One Wolf's Family. I believe The Fever Man was the pilot episode. One Wolf's Family, Ben Stiller's whole family basically is in it. At least his mom and his dad, maybe his sister. Yeah, his sister is in it. So Jerry Stiller and Mira and Amy Stiller are all in One Wolf's Family. If you've never seen Monsters, please check that out. That was on Prime or Tubi, and they may have taken it off, but a really, really great show. Next up, Misfits of Science. This stars Courtney Cox and Kevin Peter Hall. This is a cool show. I've only really watched like the first 2 episodes of this, but I did like it. I can't remember how many they made. They didn't make a whole lot of these. Pretty sure I got this tape from Eddie. And the last tape I'm going to show off this weekend, how many people remember this one? Beauty and the Beast. This was one of those that would come on all the time. I feel like Beauty and the Beast and like Lois and Clark were these 2 huge shows growing up. I don't know why, to me, they were so huge, but they lasted for a few seasons. But yeah, Linda Hamilton, Ron Perlman, can't go wrong with Beauty and the Beast.